My college psychology professor gave us an assignment, final part, and my inappropriate, deep attachment to him. I looked at Tristan. Julian's wedding is the day after tomorrow. He probably doesn't want to see me there. Could you do me a favor and give this to him after the ceremony? This share transfer agreement was my second wedding gift to him. Tristan took the document and nodded solemnly. After thanking him, I went back to the Vance estate. The housekeeper, Martha, told me I had an international package. I opened it. It was a Swiss SIM card sent by Dr. Miller's contact. Suddenly, I felt a sense of relief I had never experienced before. For the next 2 days, I stayed in the villa, wanting to see Julian one last time before I left, just to say a proper goodbye. Maybe he was too busy with the wedding preparations. He didn't return until the night before the wedding, my very last night in this house. He looked exhausted. I was in my room, coughing so hard it felt like my lungs were about to tear apart. The loud noise naturally caught his attention. Panic seized me. I quickly threw a handful of cough suppressants into my mouth, but the moment Julian pushed my door open, I hacked up a mouthful of dark red blood. The white pills, mixed with blood, scattered all over the floor. My heart hammered against my ribs, and my face went pale. When I was first diagnosed with cancer, I had imagined 1,000 times how Julian would react if he found out. But ever since I decided to go to Switzerland, I didn't want him to know. He couldn't cure me anyway. Knowing would just be another burden for him. I was frantically trying to think of an explanation, but he just curled his lips into a mocking sneer. I thought you'd finally grown up, Hazel, but you're still using the same cheap tricks. Faking an illness? I froze for a second, then forced a smile through the tears in my eyes. You caught me, Julian. It's just vitamins mixed with ketchup. His face grew even darker. He glanced at my thin frame, swallowed up by my oversized sweater, and frowned. Is this house starving you? Do you really need to put on this act? His eyes swept across the room. Because I had packed up most of my personal belongings, the room looked incredibly bare. And why is this place so empty? It looks like no one lives here. My chest tightened. Avoiding his sharp gaze, my voice, hoarse from coughing up blood night and day, sounded dry. You're getting married. Getting rid of old things makes room for new blessings. I hope you and Victoria have a wonderful life together. A happy marriage and a big family. He let out a sarcastic laugh. A wonderful life? A happy marriage? Are those really the only words you have for me right now? Maybe because I used to care so much about his mood, I instantly picked up on his irritation. But I truly didn't understand what I had said wrong this time. Or maybe, just my sheer existence was enough to annoy him. If that was the case, he would be much happier after tomorrow, because this would be the last time I ever stood in front of him. Tomorrow morning, when Julian left as a groom to pick up his bride, I would head to the airport and fly to Switzerland. I took a deep breath, looked up, and gave him my most sincere wish. Julian, I hope you have a beautiful wedding. His brows drew together tightly, his eyes searching my face as if trying to catch some hidden motive. But my words were perfectly polite, and my expression was completely neutral. I didn't even wait for him to respond. I turned around and walked upstairs. The next morning, I woke up early and packed my last suitcase. Fortunately, my mind was incredibly clear today. I knew exactly what day it was, the day of my departure. Outside the villa, luxury cars were lined up. Billionaires and public figures who usually only appeared in Forbes were gathering. Reporters with cameras were crowding the gates, eager to cover the wedding of the century. I took my cough suppressants before stepping out of my room. The moment I walked out, I ran into Julian, who was wearing a custom-tailored tuxedo. He glanced at me, his face immediately clouding over. Is that what you're wearing to my wedding? A sharp pain hit my chest. I opened my mouth, but I didn't know how to explain that I wasn't going. Luckily, a voice from downstairs saved me. Julian, the cars are ready. We need to leave now. He pressed his lips into a thin line, gave me one last deep look, and said, go change into something decent. I gave a vague nod and watched him walk downstairs, surrounded by the crowd. I could faintly hear an elder laughing downstairs. Why is the groom looking so serious? Aren't you happy to marry the girl of your